Students, welcome back to this channel. Today we will start with the JEE sections of kinematics. Okay, so I hope you learn the basics of kinematics. If not, then just go to the previous videos of this channel of chapter number 3, that is motion in a straight line of standard 11. Okay, there you will get the basics. Okay, now let's start with it. Okay, I will just give you a brief overview about the basics. Okay, you till now you might have learned about this position. Okay, time. Let me tell you first about the origin, unit, scope, and passage of position and time. Say, I'm taking A, B, C, D. Right? This distance, let's take 100. This distance 200. This distance 300. Okay, now if I take origin as B, if I take here x is equal to 0, then the position of C is 100, position of D is 200, and here the position of A is minus 100. Remember that. If I take C as the origin, means if I take C here, this as the origin, then the position of D will be 100, B will be minus 100, and C will be minus 200. Okay, so see, you can shift the origin. Okay, on the right side of origin it will be positive, on the left side of origin it will be negative. Clear? Next, time. Okay. Now see, again, let's take here, yeah, the object here is at 9 a.m. B is at 10 a.m. C 11 a.m. and D 12 a.m. Okay. Now what do you mean by t equal to 0? We say t equal to 0 means the time from which we had started the observation. Okay, time from which we have started the observation. Suppose I had started my observation at t equal to 0 at A, right? That means the object reach B at t equal to 1 hour, reach C at t equal to 2 hour, and reach D at t equal to 3 hour. Clear? But now if I shift the origin, okay, if I shift the origin of time to B, right, means if I start my observation at here, that means the object will reach at C at t equal to 1 hour, at D at t equal to 3 hours, sorry, 2 hours. Okay, and I will say that object might have crossed A at t equal to minus 1 hour. Okay, see, generally we say that time cannot be negative, right? If you start from 0, then time will be always positive. Clear? But if you want to consider, okay, let's suppose it's 9:40 at present, right? So if we want to talk about 8:40 a.m., then we have to go 1 hour back. Can't go, but that means we are talking about 1 hour before, right? So this was about time axis. Next is displacement and path length. Okay, that's how it's explain it short. If you are moving in this way, okay, let's this radius is equal to 1. Then what is displacement? The shortest distance between A and B. That means displacement will be equal to 2. And the path length. What will be the path length? Path length will be the total distance covered. So if I take complete circle 2 pi r, this will be 2 pi r by 2. That will be equal to 2 pi r by 2. So that will be equal to pi r. Means pi into 1, 1 pi. Okay, clear? So this was about displacement and path length. I hope till now it was clear to everyone. The next is speed. Okay, in speed, I will say it as uniform speed. Okay, variable speed. Okay, and average speed. Okay. Uniform speed means constant speed throughout the motion. If an object is traveling from A to B, okay, for this much portion or for this portion, whatever the smaller portion is, for every time the speed is constant. Here, variable speed, that means the speed changes, right? Just like when you go move on your Activa, right? Initially the speed was zero, then you just give the acceleration, your speed increases, then decreases, and so on. That is variable speed. And average speed, right? Average speed means, see, when you move with a variable speed, then the average of it, the total distance upon total time, that is the average speed. Okay, so I'll just move to the, okay, see next, if a particle travels distances s1, s2, s3, s4, and so on with speed V1, V2, V3, V4, and so on. Means different distances, different speed in same direction. Okay, in same direction. Then the total average speed. Then the average speed. See, if you want to calculate speed, then no need of direction. Okay, then the average speed will be equal to s1 plus s2 plus s3 plus s4 and so on upon s1 by v1 plus s2 by v2 plus s3 by v3 s4 by v4 and so on. Okay, this will be a shortcut that we will use when different distances are given and different velocity is given. Remember, okay, if the particle travels a distance s1, s2, s3, s4, and so on with different speeds like v1, v2, v3, v4, and so on respectively, then the formula for average speed will be this one. Clear? Okay, so now let's take an example. See here it is given. A car travels first 100 meter with speed 10 meter per second, next 50 with 25, and next 200 with 20. So we will use directly shortcut. Average speed will be equal to s1 plus s2 plus s3 means distance 100 plus 50 plus 25. Okay, what was the formula here? S1 plus s2 plus s3 upon s1 by v1. S1 by V1 plus S2 by V2 plus S3 by V3. Okay, so see here 100 by 10, 10, 50 by 25, 2, 200 by 20, 10. So we directly 300, sorry, here it's 200, my mistake. Here it's 350 upon 22. Okay, so when I will calculate it, I will get 350 divided by 22, that is equal to 15.90. So round figure 15.9 meter per second. This is the average speed. Okay, now in this same formula, okay, in this same formula, let the distance traveled S1 equal to S2 equal to S, means same distance. Okay, if the distance traveled is same, okay, then the average speed, I will say, average speed, it will be equal to 2v1 v2 upon v1 plus v2. Clear? We can put this value here. See, we can also derive it like this way. If I put here s plus s upon s by v1 upon s by v2. So what will be this s plus s? 2s. Here s common. So 1 by v1 plus, just plus 1 by v2. So ss gets cancelled. Okay. So what will this? I will take LCM v2 plus v1 upon v1 v2. This goes to numerator and we get this formula, right? So if two distances are same, like if an object is traveling first 50-meter by 5 meter per second and next 50-meter by 10 meter per second, then the average speed will be equal to 2 into 5 into 10 upon 5 plus 10, like this way. 2 into 5 into 10 upon 5 plus 10, 15, right? 5 ones are 5 threes are, it will be 20 by 3, 6.66 meter per second. Clear? So remember, here in the first case, the distances were different, velocities were different. But if two cases are given in which two distances are same, velocity is different, then the formula for average speed will be like this. Okay? So now you just note down these shortcuts. Okay, that was about the shortcut. Now let's move to some other types of example, right? Related to speed, displacement. Okay, I'm giving you one more example. Okay, a table clock has its minute hand 5 centimeter long. Find average speed and average velocity of the tip of minute hand. A between 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. and B between 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay, you have to find out the average speed and average velocity. Okay, now for speed, we have learned total distance by time, and velocity, total displacement by time. Clear? Okay, so now just find it out, then we will solve. Okay, now let me solve it. See, when you take a table clock, okay, let's take it a circular table clock. Okay, so now the time is 6 a.m. to 6:15. It is only about minute hand. Okay, at 6 a.m. I'm not talking about the hour hand. 6 a.m. the minute hand will be at this position, right? At 6 a.m. Clear? At 6:15, the minute hand will be at this position. See, I'm not drawing the hour hand. And at 6:30, the minute hand will be at this position. Okay. So first, what I need to find out, I need to find out the distance and displacement. Okay. Distance, displacement, and time. Okay. So for 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. Okay, 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. What is the time? 15 minutes. That is equal to 15 into 60 seconds. Clear? What is the displacement? Displacement means shortest distance. Clear? This is the shortest distance. This is r, that is phi. This is phi. Okay. So remember, in a right angle triangle, when two sides are same, the other side will be equal to root 2l. This is the shortcut. If this is a right angle triangle, if this is L, this is L, this will be always root 2L. So this is root 2 into phi. Clear? So displacement is root 2 into phi. Okay. This will be the distance. Okay. This is the distance. this one. Okay, so distance will be complete circle 2 pi r, 1/4 circle 2 pi r by 4. Okay, so 2 into pi into what is r 5 upon 4. This is equal to 5 pi by 2. Okay, so distance is 5 pi by 2. Okay, now for 6:30, this is 6 till 6:15. Now till 6:30 means 30 minutes, 30 into 60 seconds. Okay, the displacement from this to this means 5 plus 5, 10. Okay, the distance from here to here, half circle means pi r, 2 pi r by 2, that is pi r, so it will be 5 pi. Okay, now it's very easy. First we will find out average speed. In case A, what is average speed? Distance upon time. 5 pi by 2 into what is the time? 15 into 60. Okay, so let me take out the calculator. So it is 5 pi means 3.14, clear, divided by 2 divided by 15 divided by 60. So this is 0.00872, so 0.0087 centimeter per second. This will be equal to 8.7 into 10 raised to minus 3 centimeter per second. This is the average speed for A. Clear? Now for average speed of B. For average speed of B. Okay, 5 pi upon time. Now it's 30 into 60. So if I take out the calculator, now 5 into 3.14 equal to divided by 30 divided by 60. So this is 0. Let me check it once again. 5 into 3.14 by 7 divided by 60 divided by 30. Okay, so first answer we were making some mistake. Its distance is 5. Okay, it will be same. See, why it is same? Because remember, when you take a clock, it minutes hand will move with the same speed. Right? It minute hand will be moving with the same speed. Right? Now, if I talk about velocity, average velocity, then A, total displacement 5 root 2 upon total time 15 into 60. Okay, so now 2 I will take a square root, it's 1.41 into 5 divided by 15 divided by 60. So this is 0.0078. Okay, let me confirm once again. Into 5 divided by 15 divided by 60, it's 0.0078. Okay, so this is equal to 0.0078 centimeter per second. So this will be equal to 7.8 into 10 raised to minus 3 centimeter per second. Now for B, what is the total displacement? 10 time 30 into 60, right? So 1 by 180. 1 divided by 180. This is equal to 0.0055. 0.0055 centimeter per second. So this will be equal to 5.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 centimeter per second. Clear? Okay, so this was about average speed and average velocity. Find out the distance and displacement in advance, then you just need to take the ratio of distance versus time and displacement versus time. Okay, okay, the next question. body traveling along a straight line traveled one third of a total distance with a velocity 4 meter per second. The remaining part of the distance was covered with a velocity 2 meter per second for half the time, and with velocity 6 meter per second for the other half time. You have to find out the average velocity. Okay, see what is given. There is some distance, and half of the distance is covered with 4 meter per second. Okay, for the remaining half, okay, for the half time it was 2 meter per second, not half distance, and for remaining half time it was 6 meter per second. Okay, now find out the average velocity. Okay, first you try by yourself. Now say it is given that one third, so what I will do, I will take this total distance. Okay, a b, let's take this total distance as S. Okay. So now see one third. So I will put a part here. This will be S by 3. Or else we use another color pen. This is S by 3. Clear? So what is the remaining distance? 2S by 3. Right? If I divide it into three parts, S by 3, S by 3, S by 3. So this is one portion, S by 3. This is another portion, 2S by 3. Clear? Okay. Now, what is the velocity here? The velocity here is 4 meter per second. Okay. Now we know that velocity distance by time. So time distance by velocity. So what will be the time cover here? T1 will be equal to distance, that is s by 3 upon velocity 4. So s upon 12, right? S by 3 upon 4. So I got time T1. Okay. So this was for the first portion. Now for second portion. Okay. Now it's not equal. Okay. So let's take for this much. The time is T2. Then here also time is T2, because see what is half the time and remaining half the time. So let's take this as T2, then this distance will be also covered in T2. Okay, I am making this point C, and sorry, this is C and this is D. From C to D it take T by 2, from D to B it take T by 2. Now what is the formula from here? Distance. Distance is equal to velocity into time. Now from C to D, what is the velocity? 2 meter per second. And what is time? T2. So here I will write down this distance as uh, 2s by 3. This, what is the velocity for this? 6 meter per second. So 6 into its velocity, that is, sorry, its velocity 6 into time, sorry, my mistake, 2t2 and 6t2. Velocity 2 into time t2. Velocity 6 into time t2. So this is the total distance for the remaining part. Okay. So what is this? This is equal to 2s by 3. You know this distance is 2s by 3. Right? So this distance C to D, 2t2, D to B, 6t2. Total 2s by 3. So I get here 8t2 equal to 2s by 3. So t2 is equal to 2 ones are 2 fours, s by 12. Here the second time is also 10. So average velocity. What is the formula? Total distance. What is the total distance here? S. What is the total time? This T1 plus T2 plus T2. That means T1 plus 2T2. Okay. So S upon, what is T1? S by 12 plus 2. What is T2? S by 12. Clear? So this I will get S upon S by 12 plus 2S by 12. 3S by 12. So this will be equal to SS gets cancelled. 12 goes in the numerator. 12 by 3. This is equal to 4 meter per second. Clear? Okay. So this was about the question. This is a solution, 4 meter per second. Okay. So just note it down. Okay, students, so that's it for today. Okay, in our next session we will see with some graphs of position versus time, velocity versus time, acceleration versus time, and so on. Okay, so for today that's it. Thank you.